the phone. The worst thing that anyone can say to us in the history of things is
give me a call.
It's sometimes, I don't know if you're like me, you'll get frustrated. You'll get angry sometimes even. Like, they know I have this condition. Why would they not just text me? And then you've got that person, oh, I'm just not much of a texter. I'm not much of a talker. So here's a story about a recent experience involving the phone. And it's with a very reputable, very upstanding. Are you seeing my expression here? Very shady organization known as eBay. I use them, as you know, from some of the older videos. You've seen the background. I'm a huge sports card and comic book dealer as a side hustle. So I do eBay stuff often. And occasionally, not often, and you better hope you never have these problems with eBay because you're screwed as far as any sort of customer service or any sort of help from them. They just want the transaction fees, and you have no way to call them. You have to go on the website, and then you deal with the customer service chat that's usually an AI bot. Then you have to keep saying, just like when you're on the phone, you have to keep saying live assistance, live assistance, live assistance. Then you get a live person. And, well, sometimes you'll chat with a live person and you'll be able to get it handled and it's easy. But more times than not, it'll go, would you like a representative to call you? Meaning that you can't call them. It says somebody will call you in 5 minutes. Well, I don't know about you, but I get so many spam calls in 2026 or in 2025 or in 2024. You get the point. They're rampant. That I have this wonderful setting on the phone that if I don't recognize the number, or if it's like a 1-800 or if it's it just goes straight to voicemail. So anybody that calls me, it's one of these numbers, they're just going to go right to voicemail. So then eBay will call you back. And boom, straight to voicemail. You can't answer it. And you half the time, if you do answer it, it's not eBay, it's a spam call. And they just called in within that window or whatever. So I recently purchased a giant case. I have a bar bingo championship belt. It's a real belt. It's like 15 pounds. And I give it away to whoever wins the title on that particular evening. And by the way, there's no exercises today. This is just a phone story that all of you can relate to. This is part of the lifestyle part. I buy this case, and it's from this company I've never heard of before. And they sent it with a shipping method. Everybody knows, like UPS, FedEx, United States Postal Service, whatever. This shipping company was like Speed. They were called Speed. Never heard of them. I mean, even DHL. They're like the, kind of the lesser known shipping, but I've heard of them. The Speed play, it's like, I don't know if they ship like Temu stuff or what, because this was clearly coming from overseas. So they try to deliver to my place, and I have a notoriously difficult place to get to. I'm above a cookie place, and the door to it is not really labeled very well. There's no buzzers. There's no any way for anybody. It's wonderful for security. I never have to worry about anybody coming after me because sometimes even packages won't come here. So it doesn't come. They tried 2 times, 3 times, even though I give specific instructions saying, hey, this is a tough place to find, tough place to get into, leave the package in the back. They ignored that completely. So this brings me to eBay customer service. So it finally, through hills, valleys, loopholes, just BS, quite frankly, it got to the point that the process of getting the call, and then I turned off my settings for the spam thing. I'm like, I'm here, I'm ready to get the call, and I'm so upset and angry and frustrated at this point. You know exactly where this is going. I'm spasming like crazy. I mean, I'm on the phone and I'm emotional, which is the biggest, worst thing for our disorder is being emotional, being really in a volatile, unregulated nervous system state. So I've got this person, and naturally they're overseas. I can't understand a word they're saying. and I'm spasming. They're not really making a lot of sense through language barriers. And it was just a 5-minute conversation of just two people just yelling at each other. I mean, she wasn't yelling. I mean, she was being professional, but I'm like, I could tell they were going, what is wrong with this person's voice? And I'm battling to just get a refund because they just sent the package back. They just didn't even bother like trying to attempt delivery again or trying anything. They just sent it right back. And then I go on and I see the status of it. It says parcel destroyed. So they couldn't find me, so they just like put it in a garbage disposal or a trash compactor or something. I don't even know what that means. I've never seen that on anything before. So, moral of the story, the phone sucks. Text people. And from this experience, I learned the greatest way to handle this issue. A lot of people, I read this on the Facebook page. So many people on the Facebook group page of Spasmodic Dysphonia, phone call stories, everything like that. And I found kind of the default way to handle this is say, listen, I have a speech impediment and a hearing impediment. So phone calls do not work for me. And why this works, and you are not technically lying, I feel like the phone is different for us because the person is in front of us. And we can, when we're spasming back and forth in front of us, there's a distance that is in control. Like if we're a little bit closer, I don't have to struggle as much. I'm not going to have a difficult time talking to them because they're close to me or whatever. But if they're really far down the block and I try to yell at them, I'm going to spasm like crazy. So the phone is kind of just like them being really far away and down the block. And I believe that this is somewhere in the ear to the feedback loop from ear to mouth because they're on the phone and because some people have like the worst phone etiquette. Have you ever been on the phone with a person before and it seems like it's the first time that they have ever used the phone? Just long, awkward distances between something, are you still there? Oh yeah, I'm doing this and that. And like they're talking away from the phone and all this stuff. You're the one that wanted a phone call. This could have been a text for me. I don't even want to do this, one, because of my disorder, and two, because you just are a horrible person on the phone. Or they're like yelling at their kids or something. It's like, I don't want to have this conversation. This could all be a text. So if you sell something on eBay or you buy something on eBay and it does not go well, for the sake of spasmodic dysphonia, just let it go. Unless it was for a monetary amount that was ridiculous in price. This was a $42 case. I did eventually get the refund through going through my bank and disputing the charge and not having to deal with eBay customer service. But this is the one company that forces phone calls. And my father has a theory that they force a phone call to get you on the phone with somebody that you can't really understand. They can't understand you. And you just get frustrated and hang up. And guess what? And guess who wins in that situation? They do. They keep your money because you gave up. You gave up the fight. That's a story about phones. May not be a good story, but it's my story about phones. And I have a YouTube page to tell it. And I really wanted to do that for the Lifestyle Day. We are working on some interviews this month. Liz Bills. Do I want to tell you? I've reached out to somebody very prominent that has spasmodic dysphonia, and they did not say no. Their representatives, I should say, I didn't speak directly. The representatives did not say no. They did not say yes, but they did not say no. So the lifestyle aspect is something that I really am focused on working on with the page. So be patient with me as I do kind of explore uncharted territory with me on this part. because I mean, I used to do radio, so I would do interviews all the time, but it's just, the booking and then setting the time to record and everything. But I do want to feature not just a bunch of exercises, but some real lifestyle content for people that also have this disorder, and stories like this that I'm sure all of you have in some form or another, are a big part of that. So I do hope you enjoy the stories. There's plenty of exercises on the page if you were looking for exercises today. Those will be back. We've been back this week, in fact. But I did want to do a day just, say, hey, tell a story about the phone, the biggest enemy we have, unless it's texting. So this could be a text. This right now could be a text. Thanks, guys, for your patience. Exercises, more of them on the page, more of them this week, and we'll see soon.